Hey everyone, I'm Lori with IKeepSmiling.com, and I wanted to share a bit with you today about my new line of BioEnergetic Medicine, remedies, and imprints that I have created and the story of how and why they came to be. I have always loved and been interested in bioenergetic medicine or energy medicine, and I've had my own miracle stories or miracle experiences with energy work and energy medicine. So even if I didn't hold an interest and or a giftedness in working with vibration, I would still totally be into it. God impressed upon me years ago, before I ever established my brick and mortar holistic health center, that we were not just our physical bodies. We are our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and energetic bodies. And to truly heal, and I mean in a sense that you don't have the imbalance of whatever you're experiencing that's healing manifests in another way in your body, you have to address all parts of yourself at the same time. Now you can walk through any of those doors to address any illness. You know, your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, energetic. You can walk through any of those doors for illness, for infirmity, but to truly heal, you better touch every one of those areas in a balanced way across the board. But we mostly, as a society, we're all guilty of this, we mostly focus on healing when we're looking to heal things on our physical body. We look at our diet, supplements, and things like that. And we may touch on our mental or emotional bodies, but that's pretty much the extent of it. It's usually just total focus on our physical body, very small percentage on our mental or emotional states, just depending on what it is you're experiencing. For me, energy work or bioenergetic medicine was something that I had never really heard of, nor been exposed to at all. And beyond that, I came from a Southern Baptist denominational background, and back 15 years ago especially, anything that was remotely outside the allopathic spectrum of healing, outside of mainstream pharmaceuticals, was completely taboo. It just wasn't done. It wasn't talked about. But as I began walking my path and my gifts and anointings really began to emerge, I realized that this energy portion of us was very real. So instead of ignoring that portion of the pillars to healing that God had really kind of impressed upon my heart years earlier, I purposed to learn about them and to try them out for myself. But I, in the process, refused to read any books, to take any classes, or to talk to anyone about what I was learning, because I wanted to know that what I was getting was from the Holy Spirit. It was anointed from God, and that was what what I was receiving in was organically given and not tainted or colored by someone else's perceptions of what was possible or not possible, of what someone else had been taught, of the box that their teachings were in. I wanted anything that I did or said or experienced to be full of power. So back when I was really sick and trying to heal myself, I could never really take any supplements. If I could take them once or twice, possibly, but I really could never take supplements, even sometimes at all, without a reaction. My body was so toxic, as well as being energetically sensitive, which happens to a lot of people that are like that. And to top it off, my liver was so congested that I just could not handle any supplements. Though I tried to push through and take things and listen to what people say, oh, it's a detox reaction, oh, it's this, and those things are true, but there are people that just can't handle any of it. I was one of them. But I found that I absolutely could take some energetic remedies, and that I got great results over time. And I'm here to say that, except for the symptoms that I have, from not following as clean a diet as I know that my body requires, or not doing the work, that I have not had one of the things that were cleared from energetic medicine ever return. And you usually can't say that about other modalities. A lot of times things will come back or manifest themselves again, but I can say 100% the things that I healed and cleared through energy medicine have never returned. And I love powerful change, and I love powerful healing, and I guess that's what just takes it a step further, not only do I have natural inclinations to this kind of stuff, but I've experienced powerful change, and I love to see that kind of thing. So of course I'm gonna, as I said before, be totally into it. So about 2 years ago, after 10 years of my own practice, becoming a bioenergetic medicine practitioner, and about 7 years of really pressing deeply into energetic remedies, I found myself growing really frustrated with getting my hands on what I wanted remedy-wise. There are, I want to say this, there are so many fabulous programs and product lines already out there. People whose total life calling literally is to produce these energy, medicine, these energetic remedies, these beautiful imprints. That's their calling. That's not my only calling. It's just one pillar in what I'm doing. But there are so many powerful and fabulous programs and product lines out there. But ultimately, my experience was I would feel like when I was looking for something that there were confines within what was produced, or I felt maybe that the frequency wasn't exactly right or didn't reach the high potential that it could reach. And the expense at times was very heavy, and sometimes the compliance with the heavily complicated protocols that I was reading about and studying about and then partaking of, it was just crazy. And so many programs were created just for the herd, just for the masses, or for a small group of people, and not unique. And it was kind of all of these things that just kind of built on each other and just created kind of a frustration. And so I found myself wanting to run my own program for myself, my kids, my friends, my family, my clients. And along the way, I did find practitioners and friends who would tell me, they'd be like, oh, I'm totally willing to make whatever remedy you want, Lori. Just let me know what you want. Let me know what you're looking for. And I truly believe that, and I took a lot of them up on it, but it always felt, kind of burdensome, and, like I was taken away. Everybody's busy. And again, that's one of my own stories that I have. But it also felt like it took longer for me to explain and to get them around what I was trying to create than it would have if I had just done it myself. And so as I worked with frequencies more, I realized that some of my giftedness and that is in this area that I really should be using it to bless not only myself and my family, but others as well. So I decided to begin making my own line. But in looking at what I wanted to do, I didn't just want to begin copying flower essences or gem essences or doing any of the mainstream stuff. I really wanted to do something different and really dive deeply into which vibrations and what frequencies really work together, which ones enhance certain properties, and which ones become something totally new and powerful entirely, things that are off the map that you wouldn't even consider when mixed together. So I have purposed that I will never launch a blend or make an imprint public, unless there is a reason in my personal story and unless I believe that God is leading me to do it. And so far, I've stuck to that in my line and intend to continue to do so. There are plenty of awesome companies for flower essences, gem, tree, and animal essences and remedies. So you can be sure that if I decided to make public one of my own in any of these lines, it's because the frequencies of my imprint brought something to the table. Otherwise, I'm not going to invest my energy in reinventing the wheel if I can help it. So another thing that was very important to me is I wanted my line to do no harm. I also wanted it to be able to be mixed with other modalities. I wanted to be able to it to work alongside anything that anybody else was doing. So if they were doing other protocols, I wanted them to be able to take my blends as well. I desired to create a line also that could be used and taken in a variety of ways. So if somebody was on a protocol and that practitioner was like, well, I really don't want you taking anything else by mouth, or if someone really doesn't absorb well by mouth or through the digestive system, that they have other ways of taking in these fabulous products or these fabulous blends that I'm making. And so I was looking at, I wanted everything to be able to have a a wide range of how it was consumed. So by mouth, in water, to drink, in baths, applied on the skin, or, liver points or different points on the body, in tinctures, put in lotions, made in teas, or, as a spray to spray the body field, whatever anyone could desire, I decided I wanted the versatility of what I was creating to be able to do that. And so far, I've accomplished that one too. Every single blend or imprint that is a part of my line also 100% has a story, purpose, or reason why it was created. Again, I did not just go through a book and say, oh, well, these are the things that are mainstream, I'm going to create this. There was always a purpose, a reason, or some problem that I was solving in my own life that I went, wow, this is freaking powerful, because if I'm going to take my time to do it, it's going to work. And I'm going to keep working at it till it's going to work. And hey, other people would be really, a benefit, may benefit by the same thing if they're going through some of the same things as me, and we all are. We're all connected. So while every single blend or imprint that is a part of my line does have a reason and a purpose that was created, I'm also creating a energy practice or mindset protocol to go along with each and every one of my blends. And these are all being recorded and will be uploaded on the website so that everyone can access them for free at any time. And after years as a bioenergetic practitioner using a system that I loved and still love, but that many people would definitely label as being fairly costly, which that's a whole nother teaching around money and lack and what we pull in and that kind of thing. That's a whole nother video, but that a lot of people would consider it costly. I also had a great desire that my blends would be accessible to everyone. I've decided to put much bigger bottles than what you see pretty much anywhere of these kind of essences, so that when somebody purchases them, there are sometimes, several months of doses, or even more, just depending on how much of the blends that they're taking at a time. And I also choose, that while these blends are a cornerstone, or one of the cornerstones, in my ministry, that they're not going to be a cornerstone in my revenues, so that I can keep prices really low and accessible to everyone. And on top of that, there are also already scholarships and ministry accounts set up so that those who are desiring blends but cannot afford them will have a way to apply for free or discounted blends. I also desired, in creating this blend line, to give it to the world. I am rabidly passionate about empowering people. I want to help people make strong life changes and choices. I want you to have everything that you desire, and I want you to have everything that you were called to create and to do and to be. It only enhances the world that I live in and the world that my children live in when you're successful. And so because that's such a strong piece in me to empower people, I want to also help align them with abundance and help them learn about themselves as well as enable them to help others. So I decided to also offer a practitioner package, I guess you could say. That's what I'm calling it right now for lack of a better name. And I'm going to sell an energetic imprinter, or copier if you will. And for those who choose to buy the imprinter from me through this package, they'll get an original mother vial set. So it's a set of small vials that includes every one of the blends in this original launch, in this launch that's happening now. I think there's 12 of them in this launch, so you'll get every one of a vial of the original blend, and you will have the permission to make as many copies as you want. Sell them, market them, start your own business with them. You have permission to use the same names I've given for each blend or to rename them. You owe me no royalties, no mentions, no nothing. Matter of fact, I want no attachment to what it goes what you're doing going forward, other than the fact that I want you empowered and you to be able to help others and you to be able to create, a life experience that is awesome to you. You're your own entrepreneur. You're your own business. I also give permission for the people who purchase from me the imprinter and they can use all of the blend graphics that I have, all of the wording, all of the published energy and mindset practices that I'm putting out there. I will essentially release it to the world. You will have a copier. You'll have to have, the copier or the imprinter to actually make the copies of the blend, again, which will be available through me. But you will never have any further expenses from me on this. So that was one other piece that I, wanted to create. And as time goes on, you can choose to purchase other vial sets that will be really, really powerful and will only add to ways that you can expand your business. I'm creating those right now. I've got some really, really exciting pieces and groupings that I'm in the process of not only outlining and kind of defining what I want, but also looking at the collective as where society and what people are asking for and where the imbalances are coming up and what I can do to kind of step in and help people through that. But this practitioner package isn't just for people wanting to start a business, and that's why earlier I kind of said practitioner, because it can also be for the person who just wants control over how the wellness for themselves and their family and friends, and they don't want to really keep ordering bottles and blends and such. They want what they want and they want to be able to be in control of that, and I totally get that because I've been like that for years, and sometimes you just, like I was telling you earlier, sometimes you just know what you want and it's easier for you to just be able to do it. So it's also for people like that. It doesn't have to be for practitioner. I'll also be uploading videos of how this imprinter works and even some really advanced techniques that are so powerful and exciting. How to make essences and remedies with this piece of fabulous equipment. And I really couldn't be more excited about doing this. I mean, it literally just fills my heart. And the final thing that I want to share with you about my BioEssence blends is why I chose the name that I did. So I chose the name BioEssence Blends because bio means life. And so essentially the name is Life Essence Blends. And it is my intention that all who interact with these remedies are empowered and experience true life shifts, increased alignment with their body, their mind, their emotions, as well as healing to the body field. Depending on when you're seeing this video, I'm still in the studio recording the videos and I'm working madly to upload the blend information, imprinter information, and practitioner package up on the website. I mean, I'm busting it out. My goal is to have this completed by February 2nd. I just finished the brochure for the first set of the product line, and that is in the final stages of edited, and so will be being edited, so it'll be released soon. So if you're awaiting info that isn't there on the website, IKeepSmiling.com, just yet, give it a week or so and everything should hopefully be posted. You can always contact me by email, blessings@IKeepSmiling.com with questions or comments. Instagram, I'm just starting to really crank that up. Energy Playground, and the Facebook page is I Keep Smiling. And so I would love to hear from you. So take care and I'll see you in the next video.